Hello, Gemini Rising. This is Mandy Ray of Ecstatic Astrology here with your December 2023 forecast. I realize I'm late. Sorry. My whole family's been sickly and it's been, it's that time of year. So please bear with me and thank you so much. And let's talk about the new moon, which was in your seventh house of relationships. So the new moon was on the 12th in Sagittarius. This is your seventh house, relationships, cooperation, agreements. This is where a new phase begins. Mars is there. There could be some frustration in that area. And this new moon was square to Neptune and Pisces. So that is in your 10th house of ambition, authority, career, public image. Saturn is also there. So that's what you're working towards. So there may be a little lack of clarity, especially regarding relationships and how those either affect or don't affect your work life, your career, your public image, your reputation. Okay. So that's what's going on. And it's going to be going on for a bit, especially since tomorrow I'm recording in this December 15th, the sun actually squares Neptune. So we're still in this kind of foggy, and I don't know about you, but it's been a kind of a sleepy sort of situation for me, lack of motivation. And, Mars is sitting there square to it as well. So this is going to keep going on all month. Even Mercury is going to do it. So that actually brings me to Mercury. So, I want to say this is also about your philosophies at Sagittarius around relationships versus your intuition and career. That's a really easy, quick way to look at it. The square is tension. So there is tension between relationships and career, and maybe a little bit of lack of clarity and illusion, disillusionment. All of those things can come along with this moon phase, and Mars being square Neptune, and Mercury being square Neptune. It's going to happen all month. So pay attention when I say Sag Pisces, because that's what's going to happen. All right. So then let's move on to Mercury retrograde, since that also is currently ongoing. That's in Capricorn right now, which is your eighth house of empowerment, shared resources, sexuality, contracts. So you're rethinking the structure and the boundaries that you have, how you structure your agreements with people, your intimate life, your deep desires. So rethinking that. And eventually that's going to go into Sagittarius. But before it does, it's going to trine Jupiter and Taurus. Trines are supportive. So there does seem to be some spiritual aha moments as Mercury retrograde trines Taurus. That happens, Jupiter and Taurus. That happens on the 18th, which is just in 3 days. So maybe there will be a little clarity around that. However, once it retrogrades back into Sagittarius, which happens on the 23rd next weekend, just before Christmas, we have what is that, Christmas Eve, I think, or no, Christmas is on Monday. Either way, Mercury retrogrades back into Sagittarius on the 23rd. That's your seventh house again of relationships. And when it does that, it's going to square Neptune and Pisces, but not just Mercury retrograde. On the 27th and 28th, Mercury and Mars conjoin. They come together in your seventh house of relationships and square Neptune and Pisces. So there is this sense that you are getting some insight into your seventh house of relationships. It's just the lack of clarity that's coming from the career area. And it could be a mixture of both. There's just like, how do I have this relationship at work if it's not working out, or is my relationship at home affecting my friendships, affecting my public image? There could be many ways that this comes out. It's going to be a back and forth thing, because January 19th, Mercury goes direct on the 1st. It travels back towards the 6th degree of Taurus, of Capricorn, and will trine Jupiter again January 19th. And that's the last trine to Jupiter. And I look forward to that because it's going to have reverberations of this time period. And then there is a sense that everything is understood. Why? Because Jupiter will be direct at that time. Okay, so that kind of covers Mercury retrograde for you. So let's go into the full moon, which is in Cancer. That full moon is going to be in your second house of money and values. So that's what's interesting, is your money versus where Mercury went retrograde, which is other people's money, right? So this full moon is like, hey, here is a culmination in this second house, which is the day after Christmas. And it's going to trine Saturn in Pisces, your 10th house of career. That is supportive. And it's going to sextile, which is opportunity, Jupiter in Taurus, which is your 12th house of retreat, transcendence, and reflection. So it almost seems as if an investment, maybe in a relationship, maybe in money, comes to fruition around this time because the sun will be in Capricorn. There was a Mercury cazimi in Capricorn, which is going to happen the 22nd. So the cazimi is known as an audience with the king in your 8th house of empowerment, shared resources, and contracts. And then the full moon really is supportive in this area of money, career, and intuition. Okay. But then there's the just one other thing that's going on at the time, and that is Mercury and Mars together in Sagittarius, your 7th house of relationships, square Neptune in your 10th house of career. So there still is a little bit of that going on. Now, the only other thing is Venus moves into Sagittarius the 29th. So there is a little balance that comes to this area of relationships. It will square Saturn, however, in Pisces, your 10th house of career. So anytime you see Sag and Pisces, they're always square, they're always in tension. Sagittarius is what you know and your truth. Pisces is your intuition and maybe, subconscious. So it's not exactly it's more abstract than Sagittarius. So there is this intuition versus what I know and my belief and my philosophy. So keep an open mind around that time. And then the last thing that happens this month is Jupiter goes direct in Taurus. Yay! That's going to be great. And that is in your 12th house of intuition, transcendence, retreat, reflection, dreams. So maybe something subconscious begins to come to the surface around that time. All right, Gemini rising. There's your December forecast. I'll see you for the January 2024 forecast soon. I will talk to you on the flip side.